Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
You can't win them all if you don't win the first one. Oh, yes. Coming out of Sunday feeling a hell of a lot better than you felt this time a season ago. September did not deliver, okay? I'll just remind you people that. It did not deliver a dub for the entire month. But this one gets you off in a good frame of mind. Welcome in the Mokama Beer Company Monday of XL Primetime. And we got Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C, JJ all fired up and ready to go to recount everything you saw yesterday, including the national anthem when the singer was not mic'd up and the fans had to jump in and take over. So it was a good scene, maybe a good omen to start, but your Jaguars took care of business, won by double digits, and a 1-0 versus an 0-1, sirs. Much better feeling. I don't know where it goes from here, bro.
Victory Monday, bro.
Yes.
I love it. Listen, after the fifth quarter, me and Hack and Coach Inger, we had the victory cigars. I had to bring the big cigars.
Nice,
We started the season
We're
off
all
right.
man's men here,
Absolutely.
right?
We started the season
Nice.
off right. Listen, I love what I saw from this game. I saw both sides of the ball competing, executing at a very high level, very physical. And people say, oh, it's just the Panthers. You know what? They are paid professionals, okay?
Sure.
Can't help that we played them. They just happened to be in line, and we had to do what we did to them. And I appreciate that. Listen, it looked a little sluggish after the rain.
Right.
But before the rain, man, that team had me all kind of excited.
I will tell you this. There was a lot to like about that game. A lot. But one thing stood out for me. One thing stood out that really encapsulated this entire build-out from January to now. And if you're a Jags fan, that this one moment when the game was still in doubt has to make you think, these guys might know what they're actually doing. It was a 3rd and 4. Panthers still in the game, second quarter. LaQuinn Allen had already been in the game. He caught a pass. He'd done pass pro. He's in the game again. And they break the trend.
Yeah.
3rd and 4, and he runs the ball and gets 5 and a first down. Yeah. That's what you want to see out of your staff, out of game planning, out of play calling, out of the idea philosophically of who you want to be. That to me encompasses everything over the last 9 months of what they've done in this build-out.
All right, so you guys jump in. Give us your feel, what you got out of this game. You can celebrate it any way you want with XL Primetime. We love our nooners, so hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. You can definitely jump in on YouTube, hit the chat, watch the stream, just hang out with us. We would love it. But that's what you were looking for. Signs that show you this football team is going to be different this year. I don't know how good they're going to be, but how different are they going to be compared to how dismal they were a season ago? You're already 1/4 to the win total from a season ago, and who knows where it goes from here. You got to go up to Cincy, but take a look at Joe Burrow and the bunch. They struggled like mothers yesterday against the Cleveland Browns. So anything is possible right now.
Well, listen, the whole time I was watching the game, I was thinking about Matt Hayes when he said, I just want to see something that's functional, a functional operation of football.
Yep.
Yeah.
And throughout that game, it looked like they knew what the hell they were doing in the play calling, in the execution,
Right.
in the finish on both sides of the ball. I mean, some of the plays that were called, I mean, man, listen, that trap game where they pulling guys in the tie, listen, Brendan Strange, I think he hit a guy so hard the other day. I think it was a DB coming down, and he hit. Bro, that's what I'm talking. When I talk about physicality, laying guys out, that's the kind of temperament that you got to have to run that kind of offense that we run. It's got to be physical. It's got to be fast, and you got to finish.
And how about the guys up front being physical?
Yes.
Because they paved the way for some big runs. I don't think I've seen too many plus 5-yard runs in a row from Travis Etienne. And just one small example of it, a 7-yarder, a 6-yarder. Then he gets smashed, but they were still able to turn right around and find another productive play. Matt mentioned LaQuinn Allen coming in, setting up a field goal. That's a 7th rounder that you trust to give you a few more yards to make sure that you got the field goal. When it was all said and done, Travis Etienne went from inside your 10 to almost inside their 20. An unbelievable run. And that's in thanks thanks in part to what is happening up front, the lines of scrimmage. And let's give, round of applause for the O-line, even though you had your doubts going into this game, and they still have got a lot to prove, but they should be able to try and establish something that you can count on a regular basis, game to game when it comes to running the football.
And that was my biggest concern going into the season, is the continuity of the offensive line. Those verbal and nonverbal communications that they have up front once you break that huddle and run to the line of scrimmage. But they were communicating on down blocks, switching it up, double teams coming off on linebackers. They, the U cracks and the trap game was on point. I loved it. Everything about it. Yeah. I mean, I saw this team move guys. I mean, I'm talking about washing defenders down like I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about D-ends. I'm talking about defensive tackles. I'm talking about linebackers. Just washing them.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it was a thing of beauty the way they played. They ran for 200 yards against any team in the NFL is an accomplishment.
And Etienne, who had been shipped out of town by some people, and I knew that the offense would set up well for him. The way Liam calls the offense, the way they did do their job for Bucky Irving last year in Tampa, they opened up holes for him. You say, well, wait a minute, that's a damn good offensive line. Well, he's making this one at the very least starting off looking pretty good. Yeah. Clean up the penalties. Can't have Walker Little with a hold and stuff like that to begin with. But at the same time, as the game went along, they cleaned it up.
Well, here's the thing. Even though they were terrible, they had 11 penalties in that game last. And the thing that was more impressive about the fact that they had when they had the penalties, first and 20, second and 20, that they overcame them.
Yeah.
This team doesn't do that last year. We don't overcome a first and 20 or second and 20 last year. We don't do that.
I think the most encouraging thing for me is you take away that 71-yard run, they still had 31 carries for 129 yards, which is 4.16 yards per carry. Last year, I think they were at 3.4. That's a giant step up.
Yeah.
Almost a yard to carry more.
Yeah.
Which is in the NFL. If you can, again, it's the Panthers.
Right.
The Bengals will be much different. The Chiefs will be much different. Heck, the Seahawks will be much different.
Yeah.
But at least you have an idea now. And I've always said this, and I don't know how much the impact of it at the highest level of play is, and Leon could speak to this. But I've always said once these guys feel like and they see what they can do and they see that they've done it, the confidence that you get, Leon, can kind of help you play to your ceiling, can it not?
Yeah. If you see yourself on film with
succeeding,
no matter who it is, right?
No matter who it is, because that's what's going to happen today. But we always have a 24-hour rule. All right, you're going to watch the film, you're going to get critiqued, you're going to go over the ups and downs, the highs and lows, the goods, the bads, and then you go up. Hey, that game's out the way.
Right.
Let's prepare for the Bengals.
Yeah.
And in the Bengals, if you watch them, I watched a little bit of the tape on it. They look pedestrian.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that Cleveland team, they looked a little pedestrian on offense. So, I mean, they always start off slow. Right. The last 2 years, they started out 0-2. They won this game because Cleveland couldn't find a field goal kicker, but they won it.
Yeah, the kickers yesterday that affected games either in a positive or negative way, unbelievable. Really. Matt Prater was signed on Thursday, and he comes in for Buffalo and puts the finishing touch on Baltimore late last night. An incredible game there. You got other guys that missed. The miss for Baltimore, I think there were 2 missed extra points, I think, in the game. Anyway, all sorts of things to look at from yesterday outside of Duval. But we'll spend most of our time on your Jacksonville Jaguars today. So hit the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. Thanks to Mocama Beer Company. We were there on Friday. We had a great time. You can be there any day of the week and enjoy some delicious craft. Nick and Justin, brewmasters that just love basically fine-tuning their craft all the time with great beer. So drop on by, enjoy the tap room, coffee in the morning, whatever you want to do. They've got it all going. Just log on mocama.com and check them out in Fernandina Beach on South 8th Street. So we're going to get it rolling in Duval's direction primarily, where you guys can have just the feel good of a win last another day with Victory Monday. But we definitely got to get to what the Gators didn't do Saturday. We will get into that, what the other teams look like from your college football slate. That's all ahead on XL Primetime.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios.
It's D-Rock's Deep Dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
Mike DeRocco with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony every Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010 XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047. Up to $4,000 with approved credit. Not all will qualify. See dealer for complete details. Offer expires December 31st, 2025.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Hey, it's Lauren Brooks. Looking and feeling great isn't just for women. Hello Smooth Med Spa has something for everyone. Laser hair removal, wrinkle smoothing, skincare, and more. With over 400 plus 5-star reviews and over a decade in business, they know their stuff. Book now at hellosmooth.com.
Calling all poker players. The Best Bet Summer Swing Series kicks off August 18th at Best Bet Orange Park with a $200 no-limit hold'em and a $100,000 guarantee. Next stop, Best Bet St. Augustine with a $150,000 guaranteed poker tournament. Then wrap it up Labor Day weekend in Jacksonville with a massive $300,000 guarantee. Play all 3 events and swing for big winnings. Get all the details at bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coatings, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
They run it. This is Travis Etienne picking his way. He's got some room. 20 into the open field. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 in the Panthers territory. 40, 35 along the left sideline. He's getting a tackle at the 20-yard line. An explosive run from Travis Etienne to the 20-yard line of the Carolina Panthers.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Oh, Frank Franchi on the call, the happy Franch. How many times has he been able to go with the 20, the 30, the 40? He's in Panthers territory. How many times has he been able to do
the
that?
last 25 games? I'm going to say 0.
Zero.
How many big runs busted off by this bunch can you remember? There haven't been too many. In the yards after contact, you got to love it. You got to love it. And this football team, that's what you were hoping you brought to the table. And it's something we preached the entire offseason. If you can run the ball, you can do a lot of other things. And there's still some frustration out there, like the Trevor throw to Travis Hunter that was picked off. It was a great play by the defender, J.C. Horn. But at the same time, you wanted to see that big play. Trevor hit Diami for a couple of big throws. The schemed up reverse for BTJ to get in the end zone. These are all great things. The Brenton Strange catches early in the game, taking the ball with the coin toss and basically saying we want to make something happen as quickly as we can.
Yeah, I don't understand the fans being ticked off about the Trevor throw to try. I mean, It was a great play made by Horn.
Yeah.
He came off coverage and then made a ridiculous leaping one-handed grab. But for that, it's a touchdown.
It was a great defensive play. I just want to see a little more air on it. That's really all I wanted. Yeah. But all right, a couple of things that came out of this. Let's do the 10-10 take real quick and then jump in on this, sirs.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
Slip on into any one of your areas. Sonny's gets you a good barbecue. That's a victory meal, people. Enjoy it. Lunch, dinner, your next tailgate, whatever it might be. Sonny's Barbecue. The few things that Trevor did yesterday that you hope he builds off of has got me excited. Stepping into the pocket, stepping into throws, deciding to take off and improvise and make a run here or there, those types of things. Delivering in the middle of the field is something we didn't see very often or often enough from Trevor Lawrence. Still, there's other little things you'd like to see to be a bit better, but at the same time, he made some big-time decisions and throws, and you got to love that that's just the scratching the surface with Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence. That's the 10-10.
Well, like Matt says all the time, take the profit. That's all he was doing the whole game, taking the profit. Some of those throws that he was a double cut, I mean, he was throwing lasers, bro.
Yeah.
And the fact is the receivers were catching the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There wasn't too many drops out there. And the one throw that he was trying to get to Travis Hunter, you either got to throw that, you got to go that towards the end zone. I mean, the out of bounds.
Right.
If he throws it that way, then we're talking the touchdown.
I don't know, man. I thought it was a perfect throw. The guy just made a great play.
Yeah, he did.
I just want a little more air. That's all.
Yeah.
Listen, we got.
I think a little more air and it might be incomplete. Yeah. It was right on target. Yeah. That was I was looking at that throw thinking, man, that is the kind of throw you want from him every single time.
And I like the fact that he was running, bro. I mean, he ran at the right time.
That was a huge third down conversion.
Yes.
I want it all day because it changes the way people defend you. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Josh Allen. But he's still a guy that has wheels, can improvise. He's not going to take the unnecessary shots. At least he shouldn't anymore after what happened a season ago. But at the same time, you still can make that a big part of your game.
Yeah, if you go from 1st and 20 and you scramble for 10 and it's 2nd and 10, that's how you get out of 1st and 20 situation.
Yeah, it goes back to you can overcome those penalties.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of RPO in this game. They was just straight running the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that could still be in play down the road, down the stretch somewhere, you being able to utilize the running game and his ability to escape and run the ball. So, I mean, the fact that we can run the ball as effectively as we ran it, without the RPO.
Yeah, he's always made those perimeter throws because of his arm. It's the skinny throws that he has problems with. And I think
that
yesterday,
middle of the field.
That's what I'm saying. The skinny throws in the middle of the field. Yeah. That's where I think if you saw yesterday, you were like, okay, now I see what's happened with his development. Now, again, it's not the best defense in the NFL, so we'll see what happens down the road. But the fact that he's willing to make those throws and they're accurate, those were accurate throws.
Yeah. And like you said, against J.C. Horn, one of the better players, secondary players in the league. But the rest of that team, we do need to remind ourselves, they all, like you said, they all get paychecks. They're all good.
They pay professionals.
And Derek Brown was not healthy much at all last year. And so that was one of the reasons they got scored on as much as they did. They were historically bad. They were notorious for giving up points, gave up more than points per game than any other team in NFL history. So they stunk it up on that side of the ball.
Yeah,
but this team still was able to get to where they need to be, scoring in the high 20s. If you can get above 25 points, get closer to 27, 28 points, then you're doing something.
Yeah, but them stinking ain't our fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It ain't our fault. They just in the way.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
That's
in the way.
what you're supposed to do with crappy teams.
Exactly.
Not like Denver, where you just let the Titans hang around all
Which
game.
was interesting. It really was. As good as that defense has been hailed to be coming into this year, they led the league in sacks last year. Sean Payton has put together what looks like a pretty dang good roster. You're right. And they harassed the hell out of Cam Ward, but they couldn't jet away from him.
Yeah, Cam Ward had a lot of drops in that game.
Yeah.
He had even to the point where the camera showed his daddy getting up out his seat.
Oh, yeah. He was
almost wanting to puke.
Calvin Ridley's on my crap list right now.
He looked physically sick.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Mr. Ward did not handle that
did
one.
Not approve.
All right, so just a couple of other ones, since you did bring that one up, and we want to stay on your Jags, but we need to hit a couple of these other ones. What went down last night? A 25-point comeback.
I wouldn't know because I changed the channel
You
like
did.
a fool.
And then you looked at your wife and you said something like, "Baby, let's watch our show."
Yeah, like, hey, I'm doing you a favor. There's still like 5 minutes left,
We're
but
good.
look, I'm letting you watch our show together, and then my phone blows up like, holy crap, I can't believe that. So I had to go back on Peacock and watch the last 10 minutes.
It was something else.
Well, I guess that was Lamar Jackson's fault too, because they want to. You're up 40 to what, 25 or whatever.
It was a 25-point lead, so it was 40.
With 8 minutes to go, you're up by 16 points, and and the defense can't get a stop.
Well, here's the number. This is the one. The closer, the further along you get, just like you're saying right there. If you go even past that, it was 40 to 25 with under 4 minutes to go in that game.
That ball right there.
Okay, 40 to 25, 4 minutes left. That was when I think 3 and some change is when Derrick Henry had the ball popped out.
The most shocking thing of all.
Yeah.
How does that even happen with Derrick Henry?
Exactly. But then they get the ball back again, and you still think, okay, you've got to figure out a way to make sure you make them work for everything they get. Well, they didn't get their first down, so they end up giving it back to Buffalo. And Josh Allen, there's just a handful of these guys that when you give them time on the clock, and then that defense caved late, Baltimore.
Well, see, this is the reason why games are so precious, even in for week one. Now, you look at this game and you say, okay, we lost, we're down 0-1 or whatever, but down the stretch somewhere, when it comes down, because
have a massive effect.
Somewhere down the stretch, this could be the determining game of who gets home field advantage when the playoffs come.
You better believe it, because KC is 0-1. Now Baltimore is 0-1. Buffalo, you know who the betting favorites are. Those are basically the three. You can throw a few other ones in there that people think will have a chance to. But getting home field advantage between those three, that's been a major part of this. Now Mahomes was able to go through both of them when he had to go on the road and beat both of them and still get to the Super Bowl and win it. But come on, man, you can't let go of those games.
And I was watching.
They dominated.
I was watching that game with the Chargers now. I mean,
Friday
Kansas City looks like.
You mean that game where our national anthem got booed on TV? Can we not have these games overseas, man? It's so tiresome.
I don't get it. And he is trying to jam it down our throats. Really, week one, the move to Brazil drives you crazy. And now I think we're going to be in, I think it's 6 different countries this year, I think is what the NFL is, I think.
Right.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, watching that game, looked like Kansas City, they lost a little bit of their luster, a little bit of their mystique.
I also think it's the Chargers. I mean, Harbaugh we saw what he did as a head coach in the NFL.
We did.
He is an elite coach, and I think he's got them now where he wants them.
Well, he went, if you go back and this is the other part of this that I really applaud Jimmy Gladstone's for at least the way things are starting, because you had a 7th rounder that you weren't afraid to give responsibility to in this game, and Quint Allen. You used all 4 running backs that you kept on the roster. All of them had an opportunity to do something.
We're active. 4 running backs were active.
Yeah. Now, we will get to the fact that Josh Hines-Allen never got to Bryce Young to get him on the ground. DeJuan Smoot did. Smoot still is one of those guys that is the classic overachiever, and he got to Bryce Young. But anyway, 44 and 41, they might have harassed Bryce Young a time or two, but they didn't get to him, especially with Kwanu not playing in that game.
44 I ain't seen those new moves, bro.
No.
Straight down the middle,
It's
bro.
it's the same thing.
And so
man.
but at least the other guys got there. But then you think about just those things, those concerns. That was a team that you should have been able to get after Bryce Young and knock him around. Now, they frustrated him. They definitely made things difficult for him. But we're going to see how they do with another offensive line that isn't at the top of the charts when they roll up to Cincinnati.
Now we're 26 minutes in. What did you guys think of Hunter?
I liked what I saw. I'm not
only 6 plays on defense.
Right. I'm not blown away by anything actually, but I still want to see him grow into that role and be a playmaker on the offensive side of the ball. None of it's going to be easy for him. It's just not. And I'll give you an example. I'll tell you what popped in my head, JJ, watching Igbuka in a Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniform.
You got that right.
Okay, that's what popped in my head.
Like if you wanted to draft a receiver, you could have drafted a real receiver.
Yeah.
Right. So that definitely popped in my head.
Even your guy McMillan.
I was just going to say, not only that, Ted McMillan is a much better receiver right now.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to see him used both sides like we thought we were going to see.
Right, and he did get in on a couple of defensive plays, but like we said, minimal. They even ran him out one time, just a little disguise, and then pulled him back off the field. So just let us know what you guys think about that as well, the Travis Hunter effect, because you were, I'm sure, expecting a lot more.
I will tell you this.
Yeah.
He's clearly the smallest guy in the field.
Oh, absolutely.
Clearly.
You know what it feels like? It feels like recess. They let them go out and play a little bit, come back in. That's what I felt like when I was watching them back and forth. But I like to see them get somewhere and get comfortable for a little bit, as far as the route running and all this other kind of stuff, and then maybe on the back end.
Right.
Plus, the way they were running the ball, why did they not throw a streak to him? At least just one.
A go route.
Yeah, give them all a little bit of time here. Like we said, this is just the beginning of something that you hope that they're going to be good at. Self-scouting themselves, figuring out what they can do more of, didn't do enough of, eliminate that, whatever it might be. But just the fact that they came out with play design and physical play, those are two things that we haven't seen enough of in this town.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. And so
I
that
don't
part
the
of it
run game was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Badass.
I feel like that hasn't happened here since I've been here. It's been 10 years.
Also the way they set up those jet sweeps, that's what you got to do, man. You've got to set up plays.
That fourth down play to start the game was big.
There's I'm telling you right now, in the last 25 games, there's been no setting up of plays, bro.
No.
None.
I like what's in the brain, offensive brain of Liam Cohen when it comes to that call sheet. That's the part that I think is the most exciting for a lot of people out there. All right, you guys jump in 641-1010. We'll read your texts that are popping in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Keep it rolling. Billy Napier, his job was on the line. Then he got it off in terms of big wins late last year that made him basically convince Scott Strickland to put money into resources instead of removing him. And now you've given him another reason to be removed. So let's talk about that one, okay? Because that loss for the Florida Gators to the South Florida Bulls, piece of history. It had never been done before. And yet, there it is. A low-scoring, bad ball game with a team that came in there. You want to talk about heart and effort? My gosh, man. They slugged it out with the Gators, and the Gators ended up embarrassing themselves, including a guy getting tossed for spitting. Not only did he spit in another guy's face, he spit in another guy's face with the ref right there, okay?
On the last drive.
Yeah, that's one of the dumbest things you can possibly do. So we'll get into all that coming up. Mocama Beer Company, you will not be making a mistake if you head on in there. Just enjoy them right there on South 8th Street or pick up some delicious Mocama craft. Target, Publix, ABC, Total Wine, whatever it might be, look for Mocama.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Chevrolet is proud to be a 7-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. Visit NimnikChevy.com to learn more. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right. Where do you go? The answer is simple. Nobody but Nimnik. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, so here's a reminder to get screened. Ackerman Urology has 4 convenient locations to help you put your prostate health first. Guys, don't put this one off. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through September 30th. Financing is available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
It's the start of our favorite season in Jacksonville, football season. Let's get hyped and let's get the home in tip-top shape and let's get that house zero-resified. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, hardwood, they'll take care of you. Call the folks at Zero Res right now, 287-5727. Ask for the 1010XL special. Get your 3 rooms of carpet cleaned at $139 plus a 4th room free. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Are you trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month? Stop right now. At Loan Pronto, they are delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program is a streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in at a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR and close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. And here's the kicker. You can skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Don't wait. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Loan Pronto is amazing. So start now by calling 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or visit loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate and skip those next 2 payments. 999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval, NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Dramatic up for the win, and there it is. 18-16, the final score, and the Bulls explode off the bench.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
I love JJ LaSalva, but that is just straight mean, okay? That is just nothing but ornery. That's an ornery Kane in there, just rubbing the Gators' nose in that.
Don't blame him. Blame Billy Napier.
That's what happens when he's at the controls.
Just doing it for my USF fans out there.
Yep.
Congrats.
Yeah,
that was probably the biggest win in school history.
Oh, not even close.
Yeah, the first time
even when they were ranked number 2 and they beat Rutgers.
It's
not as big as this one.
It's the first time since the 20th century when they were just barely getting it rolling, 1997, that they've ever beaten the University of Florida. So that the fighting Brett Morgans from Beaver Chevy, the fighting Dr. George Barries. He's a proud grad of USF as well. Those savages, okay? And you want to go to the quarterback play? Put that cat or that Bull quarterback, Brown, up against Lagway, who had the better night, who had the better afternoon. They all played hard, South Florida did.
Who had the better coach?
Well, yeah, you might have that coach, okay?
Yeah,
you might want to think about the idea of Alex Golish. Yeah, I called him Andy. His name is Alex, okay? So you might want to – I'm like, wait a minute, I got to remember this now. Alex Golish comes from good stock, good SEC stock, okay? He was a Nick disciple.
No, he was an assistant under Josh Heupel at Tennessee.
Under Heupel.
And at UCF, yeah.
Yeah, and so Golish went from Knoxville to South
UCF,
Florida and took over that program. And look, they had been through bad hire, really after bad hire. Things hadn't worked out too well for a handful of guys down there. And he goes and he just starts kicking tail, going out and getting some decent recruits, gets them to play hard, and they outworked Florida in the swamp.
I think if you're a Florida fan, if you're the Florida guy making the decision, Scott Strickland, you have to look that in the last 5 years you've lost to both UCF and USF. Yeah. That's unacceptable.
Should never happen.
One was not with Billy Napier, one was.
Right.
But the point is, that program should never be at the point where they're losing to UCF and USF.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get it right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have got to get it right this time.
Yeah, and you can't get it. And Gator fans, let us know. 641-1010. There's plenty of Fire Billy on the text line already, designed by Lifetime Enclosed. So jump in on that because it's inexcusable. I asked JJ to find the interview that Billy had right before or as the fourth quarter was starting. He talks about it being a wonderful opportunity. Are you kidding me? Get pissed off.
Oh, we'll have that. We'll have that. Don't worry.
It's laughable.
Well, listen. At what point is the responsibility off the coach and on the players? I watched that game.
It's on
those
both.
players didn't compete. They didn't compete. They played down to their competition. They thought that they were going to walk into the swamp. They were going to have an easy win. They didn't go out there and execute.
Should still win that game.
I agree.
Should never lose that game.
I agree. But I'm saying, at what point do the players have to take some responsibility for the fact
They do, but you also have to take responsibility as a head coach and the play caller and the offensive coordinator and the quarterback's coach that offense has not changed in 4 years.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's a good.
I'm going to say this real quick. Listen, I don't care what you call as an offense coordinator. If I'm bigger, stronger, and faster than the guys across from me, we supposed to win.
True. And you were part of a veteran offensive line. You know what that means when you say veteran offensive line. Florida had one of the
best offensive lines in the country,
exactly.
so to say.
And still did not do their job.
It's also on the coach to get them ready.
Well, here's another part of that, Matt. That's what I was going to answer back to you, is that Jaden Baugh, just big holes, big runs.
51 yards in the first series.
In the first series, he's plus 50 yards. He had, I don't know what the total was after that, 40-something, something like that. Because I think they went into the fourth quarter where he only had 26 yards after that first drive. So, question, that's a defensive coordinator taking away what it is you thought you could do all day. That is coaching. That's a problem.
Well, here's the thing. We played the same USF team last year. Going into halftime, we were only up 21-14. You know what we did in the second half? We buckled up and ran it down their throats. Mm-hmm. Just ran the ball. We ran the ball 80% of the time. We wore them down because we're bigger, stronger, and faster.
Yeah. Should have ran it with ball like 30 times.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And they did. And they
he had 18 carries in that game.
Yeah.
He's the second best player on your team, maybe the best player on your team.
Right. And they were trying to get DJ going.
18 touches.
Yeah, I completely understand trying to get DJ Lagway, but do that with success. DJ Lagway is still trying to get back to where he would like to be with his accuracy, effectiveness, decision-making, all that kind of stuff. He was uneven, okay? There's no getting away from that. And then when you take a look at Brown on the other side, he didn't have the biggest arm. He wasn't the most accurate cat. They did frustrate him a little bit, but he still played his fanny off.
You're also in that last drive, it kind of encapsulates what Billy Napier is as a head coach and a play caller and a quarterback coach.
Now, I saw some people trying to say that Lagway called out of that or audibled out of a possible run play.
No. No way.
Then that has to be the worst play call in the history.
Well, Billy admitted what they did. He said they threw the perimeter. They thought it was there on the first play. Incomplete. He makes a poor throw.
Now, this is when they're up
you run,
one with 2 minutes left at the 50.
They're trying to run the game out.
Yeah, exactly.
Run the ball. I think they got 2 yards. 3rd and 8. Or they got more. They got 4. I think it was a manageable 3rd and 6. Right? You make a throw to the center of the middle of the field somewhere is what you do. You get a rub concept, something to get a guy open and make a simple 6-yard throw. You keep the drive going. The game's over. You don't throw a streak to a true freshman.
Right. Yeah. And the clock management at the end is abysmal.
It was abysmal. At the end of the day, it wouldn't have helped, but it was abysmal. You're
when
right.
USF had the ball, you're talking
Yes.
about.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing, man?
If
Call a
nothing-
timeout or
Right,
let
but,
him
it wouldn't have
score.
helped. At the very least, it would have shown you have the idea of what you're doing.
Well, do something defensively, either sell out and try and get to him or whatever.
Right.
Use that time to make a play call on that side of the ball. That's the part that it drove Gator fans nuts. In the swamp, watching it everywhere. So let us know what you got.
Here's the most damning thing, actually, when you really think about it. It's bad enough that he's going to misuse a guy that has potential generational type abilities, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's worse when the one unit he doesn't touch is the best unit on the team, the defense. Since last season, since the middle of last season, since really the Georgia game, they've played fantastic defensively. And he doesn't go anywhere near the defense.
The other part is that Scott Strickland decided to save money by not giving it to Billy to leave. And Matt definitely tooted this horn quite a bit when the decision was made. And I agree with everything Matt said. Take your money, instead of paying somebody to go away, put money in his pocket to arm him to go get the best players.
No, I didn't agree with that. I was just saying that's what he's doing.
I'm just saying that's the way you basically told the story, and I agreed with that. That, okay, if you are going to – I did not want him to be kept. We all know that. But if you are going to keep him, then arm him to go out and get recruits. It's not like he didn't have every resource out there that the bigs have. Texas, Ohio State, you can go down the line with Georgia and others that have been empowered by booster wealth to go out and do whatever they can to attract the best talent. Transfer portal, he did not necessarily haul in a bunch of big transfer portals this go around, but had his share of good players on that football field and got out-coached and outplayed.
Right, but the problem with Scott Strickland doing that was he has a track record there. He has a track record of failure at multiple levels in games. You can go all over the place and look at its coaching ability is what it ends up being. It's not just, that's Billy Napier and he's the head coach. It's the things that he does that put them in position to have these just colossal bad games, all right? So that's the problem. So when you say I'm going to give money to the players instead of him, you run the risk of this elite quarterback winning games for you and keeping that guy, making him look like he's a better coach than he is when he really isn't.
Yeah. All right, you guys jump in, 641-1010. Hit the text line. It's on my lifetime enclosures. Gator fans, you can commiserate together. Jaguar fans, you can celebrate together.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies.
Childhood cancer does not discriminate, and 43 children are diagnosed every day in the United States. This is Tom Coughlin, and the J Fund needs your help year-round. Find out how you can help the J Fund by visiting tcjfund.org.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sonny's here.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 8th, 2007, 41-point underdog Stanford came back from being down 23-0 to beat USC in one of the biggest upsets in college football history.
Florida Heat hitting like a heavyweight? Time to call in the champ. KO Electric and HVAC. We knock out the heat and power up your comfort. Fast, reliable, and undefeated in home service. KOElectricJacks.com. KOElectricJacks.com.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle Fencing. Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coyle has been installing fences since before Emery Bellard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Helmets and Heels is returning to Vegas. If you're heading out for the big game, join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for a Halloween weekend football getaway, featuring Circa room discounts and a huddle up for everyone in the teal and black. Meet Helmets and Heels Friday night, October 31st, then hit the Circa Stadium Swim with temperature-controlled pools and a massive betting screen. For Circa room discounts and more information, visit the 1010XL webpage or circalasvegas.com/huddleup-up.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business. Window World, simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
The Money Pages brings you the Red Zone featured player of the week. Number 1, Jaguars running back Travis Etienne Jr. Travis played college ball for the Clemson Tigers and was drafted by the Jags in the first round in 2021. Pick up this week's Jags game program with a commemorative ticket of Travis Etienne inside. Download the Money Pages app for weekly specials. Money Pages, official sponsor of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Frank Frangie telling you about Awaken 180. You know, my daughter has done so well. I'm so proud of Amber. Can you believe she's lost 50 pounds in 2 months? And she's really proud of that. You can as well. Call 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
What happened this weekend? Napier impresses.
Tight ends on the left for Oklahoma. Blaylock is the back. Napier running all the way. Gets free. Napier. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That drive was all on the quarterback.
Clemson survives.
To strike quickly or continue with Randall. Play fake. So never see him wide open. Let's go. Touchdown.
Florida. Wow. Just wow.
Brown coming near side. Pass is caught. Keyshawn Singleton. He will go untouched to the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. 66 yards, and they have the lead at the Swamp.
A Mississippi State miracle.
2 plays to get 9 yards to keep the game going. Pressure was picked up. Shapen, wide open, caught across the middle. Thompson, touchdown.
Wide right in Atlanta.
Go from 44. It is wide to the right. No good.
Debo impresses.
Gonna give it to Samuel. End around. Looking for blocks. Gets him. Samuel is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Green Bay looks scary.
2nd and 10. His Goff's being chased by Parsons. Look out. He's got him.
his first sack as a Green Bay Packer.
The Dolphins are atrocious.
Jones looking for the touchdown. He's got it. Second rushing touchdown today for Daniel Jones. And the Colts are pouring it on against the Dolphins.
Are the Chargers for real?
Herbert's throwing, fading back, over the middle. Johnston, touchdown Chargers.
Aaron and Jalen win it for the Steelers.
Fields on fourth down. Steps up. Fields delivers. Catch me. And the ball is jarred loose. Garrett Wilson could not secure it. And Jalen Ramsey has slammed the door shut.
Epic comeback in Buffalo.
From 32 yards. Right there. Made it. And the Bills open their final season in this stadium with a stunning comeback win.
That was last night. Mike Tirico with the call. Matt Prater got to Buffalo on Thursday. In kickers that are tried and true, you just say, hey, there it is. Boot it between those two posts. And that's what he did. They didn't have a healthy kicker, so they went and got him. But anyway, the weekend rewind, it had everything. We went back to Friday night NFL, Saturday college ball, and then everything that took place yesterday. So great weekend of ball. If you had a lousy weekend, head on over to Cycles of Jacksonville and check out all the fun that they got in store for you on the road, off-road, and on the water. Check out Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency. Just great
Speaking
stuff.
of winners, winners get washed.
Yeah.
We all know that, right? Winners 100% get washed. You know what else winners get? Food.
Our general
Victory
sales
Monday.
manager brought in food on Victory Monday.
From Flame Broilers, which is just it's phenomenal. They brought in their famous half bowls, half chicken, half beef, with some rice and vegetables, little Asian flair. They just released their new avocado chicken salad bowl. 5 area locations, good food, good for you.
Make sure you go check them out. That's for sure.
Speaking of winners get washed, can we talk about Fran Brown for just a minute?
Love it.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
If you guys aren't on Twitter incessantly like we all are, after their win, I'm
win over
using air
UConn.
quotes, they had to come back to beat UConn. So after their win, he brings the entire team back out there and they have to run suicides. Like in front of all the media.
I don't think they ever went in.
Yeah,
I think they were still on the field. They were full
Made 'em do
pads.
sprints.
Yeah.
Full pads running suicides.
Yeah.
Full pads.
Leon?
Wind sprints. Yeah, so
Wind
I
sprints.
can
Correct.
appreciate it. I really can, because they had no business being in a game like that where it was that close. He was that frustrated with his team. He wouldn't even let him go in the locker room. He said, get on the line. Had him run the 20-yard sprint. It was wind sprints.
Now,
Love
do
it.
you think that's going to last long with this generation of players?
Negative.
I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If you're on my team,
I don't
if
know,
you play
man.
bad, you're going to run.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do like it.
Yeah.
One of my Syracuse brethren chimed in. Timmy Tresky, he texted me yesterday. He goes, "What'd you think about them doing sprints?" I'm like, I didn't even see that. I saw the end of it and I checked out, and then obviously found it on social like we were talking about. But that's a bold step from a guy that says this ain't good enough.
Listen, I always tell this story. And Matt Hayes absolutely loves this story. I was in the University of Miami. We played Arkansas. This was when Jimmy Johnson was there. All right. Arkansas, first player of the game, 80-yard touchdown, Barry Foster, right? So we're winning the game 51-7 in the fourth quarter. We're winning the game 51-7 in the fourth quarter.
But they scored on that
Arkansas gets down at the 5-yard line. And Miami's got their second and third teams in there. Jimmy Johnson calls a timeout. He has the second, third team. He said, come in, understand this. If this team scores a touchdown on you within these last minute, I'm going to run you so bad during the practice, you're going to win. Bro, I was right there when he said it.
Yeah.
And he sent them back on the field. Guess what?
They
did not score.
Yeah.
That's motivation right there, bro.
Exactly. And that's the type of coach I think every fan base is looking for. You make it to where where your players play hard for you. They respond to the challenge. And he was going to make life hell if they didn't come through. And that wasn't first teamers. That was second and third teamers. I said, you got to learn how to wear that uniform and play that position.
He was trying to let them know that no matter first team, second team, third team, there's a level of excellence that is expected at this school. And if you don't reach it, you will be punished.
Let me tell you something.
Instead, Billy Nope, you're saying we got a wonderful opportunity here.
A guy that will take his team after a 60-minute game, they still have pads on, and he runs them goal 10, goal 20, goal 30, goal 40, goal 50. That's the guy that Scott Strickland should hire next.
Yeah.
That is the guy.
And by the way, Scotty, you should get that pencil out and start putting that list together because you knew that Billy was going to have a tough road. 3 of the next 4 weeks are against top 10 opponents, 2 of them away from your house. The other one, Texas coming into the Swamp, already going to be tough enough. And now they're a 1-1 club.
Let me tell you something. Scott Strickland was banking on DJ Lagway.
Mm-hmm.
And now DJ Lagway's not enough to overcome that.
Yeah.
Think about that now. That's what you're banking on, and now he's not enough to overcome the coaching situation.
All right, back to your Jags in the 1 o'clock hour. Mokama Beer Company Monday. Quarterback Whisperer rolling in as well. Jags look good. They start off the season 1-0. You guys jump in, celebrate with us. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. The atmosphere of a college football Saturday is electric.
Get pregame news and notes you need to know before the games begin.
It's the Bueller Aaron Plumbing College Kickoff.
Served up by Sonny's Barbecue.
Friday night at 6 on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. It's Victory Monday, and football is back. So is Prize Picks. You know what that means. It's time to play and win with America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 10 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Think Justin Jefferson will have more or less than 79.5 yards against the Bears tonight? Will Caleb Williams have more or less than 218.5 passing yards against the Vikings? It's just that simple. But here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks invented Flex Play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code 1010XL and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's 1010XL to get $50 instantly when you play 5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. Clayton, I've seen ads for diamonds where you see the words all diamonds certified by IGI, EGL, or GIA. Just what does all that mean?
Frank, it's confusing because those letters represent various diamond grading laboratories. However, it's important to point out that labs don't certify anything. They issue diamond grading reports. The only entity that can certify the diamond is the seller. There's one exception to that, and that's members of the American Gem Society have the ability to certify diamonds through their partnership with the American Gem Society Laboratory. That's because it's the only partnership in the world where an organization devoted to consumer protection through gemological education and ethics has a laboratory built on the exact same principles. We have these certificates at Underwood's, but more importantly, we have American Gem Society certified gemologists that look at all of these diamonds and put our grade and our certification of the diamond's quality on it. And believe me, that's important.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly.
Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end.
How about that? Channel 5.
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Jacksonville, it's football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Keep an eye out for our custom Jaguar wrap plumbing vans rolling around town. They're hard to miss and always ready for the next play at your home or business. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, trust Duck Duck Rooter to keep you in the game. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. This week's Florida Football with Billy Napier show will debut at 4 p.m. on the Florida Gators YouTube page. Hosted by the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly, the show will feature 3 segments this year, giving fans insight and information from head coach Billy Napier. 81 degrees at 101, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
1 o'clock hour is here. It is XL Primetime. We got the quarterback whisperer hanging out with us. Big Leon Searcy, Matty Hayes, Joe C, and JJ. We hope that you're having a victory Monday after the Jags win to start the season. Victory at the bank. Even with the weather delay, everyone was able to get back in the stadium, make it loud, and ultimately exit the building with a dub. 26-10 the final, so we will get to your Jaguars. But I have to first look Denny dead in the eye and say, are you interested in head coaching a football team again? Okay, you're a quarterback whisperer. You're a coach.
No, I'm perfectly good where I'm at.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% positive.
You were catching balls from DJ Lagway in the summertime, and you might need to coach him up.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Right where
Are
I'm
you
at.
sure?
Somebody needs to coach him up, man.
Comfortable? Good?
Someone needs to coach him, Denny.
It's all no. It's cost.
Look, Denny won't talk now. He's not
my
doing
job.
it.
It's not my job.
Oh, my God.
I know my lanes, guys.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, listen, we got to get to that one, but I just want to know if you were available.
I like Leon just throwing up Carson Beck.
Nah, he
I
looked
like
amazing.
Let's go.
That's my quarterback.
Let's go.
That's my quarterback.
He's going Tony Romo on him. All right, I love it. All right, so let's just start with what you saw yesterday, the good news with Trevor Lawrence. I said it earlier, Denny, and I feel like this is maybe the first of the building blocks in an actual game that you can really get excited about. Trevor stepping into throws, making quick decisions, accurate with the ball. The one he'd like to have back obviously was the pick, but it looked like it was beautifully called by Liam Cohen. What did you think of game one with Trevor and company?
I thought it looked very similar to the preseason. Mm-hmm. I thought, as far as I thought they executed well, ran the ball really well. I don't know. They looked to me from my house way more physical.
Right.
And that's just what we need. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the Trevor stuff, the interception. You're very lucky to be able to make that mistake in a win because that's an interception you learn from, and that won't happen again.
A little more air?
Yeah, just a little more air. You got a new toy. He's streaking across. You probably get excited like, oh, this is 6.
Yeah.
And then it's the first game. You just got baited, right? Yeah. And the kid made a great play on it. And if you could throw that pick in a win, like that's a good scenario, And I thought he looked very efficient. Thought he looked very comfortable, very confident.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, I mean, I would give Trevor a solid, probably B because there's some throws I think he would want back.
Yeah.
But overall.
So Denny, tell me this. Liam Cohen comes in the press the first 2 weeks as the job. He says, hey, listen, Trevor's got to work on his feet if he's going to do well in this offense. Did you see any of that footwork or that mobility working to his advantage in this game against?
Yeah. Y'all probably didn't hear it, but they beat the tar out of that on the broadcast. Whoever was talking about it talked about it nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
And to simplify, really all that's happened is it looks to me like Trevor is where he wants to be with his feet instead of where he's being told to be with his feet. And he understands the offense to where he's able to time that up, time his feet up with concepts much easier. They went into good detail yesterday about punch steps and right foot back. And you know, listen, these guys are pros. However they want to do it, they should do it. You're over-coaching when you start to tell quarterbacks, like, oh, I want your feet even, or I want left foot back or right foot back. These guys know what they're doing. And it just looks like Trevor was more fluid because it looks like they've given him a little bit more space to just operate the way he wants to operate, if that makes sense. I'm sure there's that same thing like in offensive line, right? Like a coach tells you, I want you to take this specific step. And you just, well, I'm better if I take it this way. You know, same thing with quarterback. You got to be comfortable. You got to be on your own time. You got to have your own balance. He's a long guy. And so I thought all that looked really, really good yesterday.
He does look like he's, I mean, for lack of a better way of explaining it, he looks like he's throwing it with more confidence. He looks like he knows where he wants to go with the ball. The skinny throws, he's making really accurate skinny throws now.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think just the timing. I think man, if you know why the play is being called, and you talked about that all week, and you get the look that you prepared for, and you identify that look, I mean, it makes the game a lot easier.
Oh my gosh! Think about this, and we've joked about this a bunch. The scar tissue that comes from what he went through as a rookie, and then add to that from the great 22 to the decay of late 23 and then 24, all the stuff that he had to overcome. Now another coach, another set of ideas, all that stuff. Anyway, he looks like he's embracing this, and he's armed with weapons that makes the job a hell of a lot easier.
Man, and not even a threat. I mean, they ran the ball really well.
Man.
It's not even just the threat. They're actually running it. But, you know, I think everything you just said is dead on, and then you add that threat of the run game, if they can keep that going, Trevor's going to be exactly what you need. I mean, and you watch Josh Allen put on just an absolute clinic last night. Like, I mean, that's unbelievable. But if you go back to Josh Allen 6 years ago, 5 years ago, it looked a little bit like what this looks like. You know what I mean? What Trevor looks. I'm not saying Trevor's going to be Josh Allen.
Right.
I'm saying that's the progression, right? Trevor's maybe a little bit later than what Josh was, but that's the progression. It's like, okay, I want to use my run game. I'm not going to throw for 350, but I'm going to be efficient. I'm going to find ways to run and get involved in the game myself. And the next thing you know, you see the game so well the way that Josh Allen does that you just take it over.
And from a lineman's point of view, doesn't that arm you also with greater confidence, knowing that you have a scheme that's going to bust open some big run plays?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, if the keynote of the offense is being physical up front, that's what you want. Because, I mean, an offensive lineman doesn't want to be pass setting 30, 40, 50 times a game.
Yeah.
Because you're always in retreat. But in the run game, you're on the constant attack. So if you got your offensive lineman on the attack, then you're winning.
Yeah, if you can keep control of the box one way or the other, if you can make them have to declare which one they're going to stop, and you hope that they pick the run, you know what I mean? You're going to win a lot of football games, but they weren't able to do that. They were able to teams were stopping the run with 5- and 6-man boxes.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just, you can't allow that to happen at the NFL level. You're going to lose every time.
So you said from your vantage point, watching the TV, they looked more physical.
Way more physical.
So explain that for everybody, like the middle three or all five.
Well, I mean, I think it shows in the middle three because that's where I feel like maybe the lack of physicality looked like it was before.
Right.
And y'all can, I don't watch Jaguars as closely as y'all do, so y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But it just looked yesterday like when they ran the ball, there was an intent to it, and there was a confidence about it, and there was an excitement about it. And I don't know, it looked faster to me. It looked, like I said, more intentional to me.
And a commitment to it.
100%. Yeah. It was like, this is our identity as a team. This is our identity as an offensive line, even as running backs. And so, you know, we're going to have to execute what our identity is to have a chance to win. And I think that's what it looked like yesterday.
And here's the thing, too, Denny, is that as an offensive lineman, I never wanted to be called finesse. What I mean by finesse is that I never want to be a part of a team where they say you can't run the football.
Yep.
Because then you get labeled finesse.
Yep.
The only thing you can do is pass. So it's good that this offensive line got off to a good start. And now you want to be known as a physical football team. especially the offensive line position. So their ability to run the ball effectively, can change the narrative a little bit about this team, because if you can run the ball with your offensive line, now that finesse team becomes a physical team.
Yep. You get a lot of open shots upfield when you have a physical team, or downfield when you have a physical team too.
And I believe the disciple that Liam Cohen is to Sean McVay, that the play action is going to pay off big time here.
Yep.
Paid off big time with him last year, and it's paid off a lot for Sean McVay, that's for sure.
And they got a good stable of backs.
Yeah.
I mean, a really good stable of backs. Yeah. I mean, it's up to the offensive line and the play caller. Like, if they can maintain what they had yesterday, this could be a good year. If you stay, like Leon said, I don't want to just be able to run the ball. I want my identity to be like we do run the ball.
And I want you to explain one more thing coming up in a second, because if you can run the ball, it changes coverage on the back end.
Gosh.
Okay, so think about that. We'll do it coming up. We'll stay on your Jags. You want to hit the text line? Is on my lifetime closers, 641-1010. We will work some college in with Denny as well. It is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford.
And he's not moving. That was a heck of a hit.
Good health is an important part of a successful program.
A guy who was number 5 on our depth chart is now our starting wideout.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update. Jacksonville on 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008, with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJags.com.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Friends, we have a very special guest on the line.
The Checkmate Coatings phone line is where the action happens.
Where's the phone? Over there.
Get expert interviews and listener opinions all day, every day, from the drill all the way to Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the Jags O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
When the unexpected happens, you shouldn't have to face it alone. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, we're here to fight for you. Whether it's an auto accident or a slip and fall, our Jacksonville team takes care of every detail, from investigating the incident to securing multi-million-dollar verdicts, so you can focus on getting better. And remember, you don't pay a dime unless we win your case. Our commitment is 24/7, bringing you the real support from real people who really care. Campione Law, your dedicated partners in justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. No, you see, you get $150 in bonus bets after your first $5 bet hits.
Did somebody say hit?
Whoa, Ray Lewis? We were just saying if your bet hits.
Huh. You know I love a good form tackle.
We know, Ray. We know.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Boye Aluakin was a force on defense for Jacksonville.
The 6'2 linebacker recorded 10 tackles and forced a fumble to go along with an interception in what was a spectacular day on his part. He was the fence on defense, and he's your Superior Fence and Rails defensive player of the game.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Duval Fence is looking for the best in fence installers. Check out DuvalFence.com right now and fence in a great job opportunity. From estimates to installers, they're looking for you right now. Log on to DuvalFence.com for all the details. Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
We were up there on Friday, had a great time. They unveiled the Weiss Zen. That's the brand new German wheat, Hefeweizen. It's outstanding, and they got plenty of other ones that I love. Make sure you check them out. When you're watching ball, you can do it with a cold craft from Mokama. We got Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer. One more seg, and I tease going into the break what the run game can do for offenses. There's plenty of things that it can do, but it also forces defenses to change and maybe take away that back end coverage. Explain that to people, because that was a frustration for a lot of offenses last year.
Yeah, I mean, with the guys that the Jags have, we're talking specifically with the Jags, right?
Yeah.
With the guys that the Jags have on the outside, it forces them to play man, right? I mean, they have to have that extra body in the box. It makes it very easy from a quarterback perspective to read what they're in.
Okay.
Your motions and your shifts and things like that are become instantly more effective. And the other thing is, like yesterday, even if they're in man and you're still cramming the ball down their throat, now they got to start hitting with run blitzes, right? And now all of a sudden, that's when you see that little slant go 60.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's just nobody there. And Trevor and the quarterbacks are smart enough to see that run blitz coming and replace that blitz with the ball. And, yeah, I mean, it just opens up so many big play opportunities for your offense if you can consistently run the ball. Even if they are – and this is what I get excited about the Jags is I believe they have running backs that even if they are – technically +1 in the box. Like, I like that running back against the safety for 6 yards.
I love what they afforded ETN in terms of opportunities. Yards before contact.
Yes.
Massive compared to what it was.
Yeah. So, I mean, if they can maintain that, and like Leon said, if those offensive linemen can buy into the fact that every single week that game is on their back and how physical they are, that just becomes a whole different type of football. It becomes a lot of fun.
It also helps that defense, too, man. When they can hold on to the ball and that defense isn't on the field for 60, 70 plays, and they're not on the field one after the other after a turnover or a short field, it's so much different what it does for the entire team. Like, we hear coaches all the time talking about complimentary football, and it's kind of like a cliche, but it's reality.
Oh, real, sure. Well, think about how many years have we talked about how bad they are at 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2 and 4th and 2 because they can't run the ball.
Yeah.
Right? And now you 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, like, okay, I feel pretty good. We're going to pick this up. And to your point, we're going to extend the drive. Yeah. And that's another 4 minutes my defense is sitting on the sideline right there. Every time I do that in the last couple of years, that's almost been at best a 30% proposition that you're going to pick it up.
Plus, it's the way they run, too. Like I said earlier in the show, my favorite part of the entire game was when it was 3rd and 4, and the game was still in doubt. And the Quinn Allen's in there. He'd already been in for a catch. He'd already been in for pass pro. And they ran him on 3rd and 4, and he got 5 in the first down.
Yep.
That's the difference right there.
Yep, for sure.
Confidence in your game when you know you got guys up front that can do the job.
Yeah, and the 7th round pick. I mean, you're talking about the guy you drafted, and you put him in the game.
At a critical point in the game.
At a critical point in the game where the game is, the game is still a game, and you put him in that position where he gets the first down.
I think the one thing we noticed, Denny, at training camp a bunch is that they probably cycled as many running backs into first-team reps as any other position. Would you agree? Would you guys agree with that? In other words, they weren't afraid of putting any of them up there.
Oh, it showed yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it showed. It looks like they're mostly interchangeable. It's a big year for ETN, too.
Look, it's so funny because it's been pointed out that on the text line that a lot of people were talking about ETN's going to be trade bait, this and that. And I feel like on this show, we kept preaching, this offense looks like it will cater to ETN's strengths. This should be you want to talk about who's the happiest cat in that locker room? Trevor, and then maybe ETN's next.
Well, you look at the teams that are dominant right now. You look at the Eagles. You look at that game last night. Look at the Bills. You look at Baltimore. These are teams that built around the strengths of their quarterback, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing now is, okay, our quarterback is a great play action. He can move around. He can run a little bit. He can take some shots downfield. He's got a ton of arm talent. Okay, so that means we got to run the ball, right? And so now you're starting to build around the strengths of your quarterback, and one of the strengths of your quarterback is throwing to the running back, and ETN's really good at that too, right? So you don't want to trade the guy. You want him to hit. You want him to get paid. You want him to have to figure that out, right? Because that means that you're on to something, and those two guys we know have been together forever.
I also think it's not – I mean, I'm happy for ETN. I also think it's not just this whole concept of running the ball. They can use any of those four guys.
Well, any of those four guys. But the other important point for ETN, though, is that his style of running, if he is given a little bit of room, he can really make you pay. Because he's more of an upright guy. He's not the most physical cat.
No, but he can get skinny.
Yeah, Remember, we said this before.
Man takes some hits.
He was,
he does.
He was such he got his butt beat his first year didn't play. The next 3 years, he got his butt beat because the contact came in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage far too often. That's why this dude's got to be loving life right now.
The only person I've ever seen take more hard hits than him is, remember the DeAndre Francois kid at Florida State?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
He would take 5 a game. That's the only one I've ever for the first couple of years, every time ETN ran the ball, it was like, this guy was about to get knocked out.
He's not the biggest cat, but he can run between the tackles.
Yeah.
He can get skinny and he can take a hit.
Especially
he can take a hit.
if you do the job that the Haineses and the McCarrys and Ezras did yesterday.
Well, you got to remember last year, we begged for stalemates last year. You remember that? Remember that? Because if you watched the games last year, I mean, we had defensive guys 2 and 3 yards in the backfield.
Yeah.
Our running backs couldn't hardly get started. But now, I mean, not only do we have stalemates, we've got movement. We've actually got movement. We got the interior of the offensive line. I'd never seen this offensive line wash down the defense before in a very, very long time. I'm talking about 1 techniques, 3 techniques, and linebackers. I'm talking about down blocks, pull on linebackers, double teams, coming off on double teams. I mean, it was a thing of beauty. So, I mean, ATN, a lot of his success has to do with the fact that he's got room to move now. He's got vision. He doesn't have people in his face when he gets the ball. He's got a little movement, got a little wiggle to him about him. Just on those traps, on those tight end traps, where the tight end, if he kicks out the end, he's taking it inside. If he logs the end, he's taking it outside. So I mean, it was a thing of beauty to see him the way he was running the ball yesterday.
They executed really well in the run game all the way around. The execution did not look like a week 1 game to me.
And I'm just going to keep reminding myself of what they didn't have or didn't do last year, and then just kind of love on what we are seeing. The 77% of the Jaguars' rush attempts were between the tackles, 3rd highest in the league. They were second only to Carolina in the amount of yards they gained before contact. And so beating Carolina, these are 2 teams that were kind of looking in the mirror. They gave up big plays. They let a lot of points go on the board. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stop the run. All this type of stuff. So how do you coach off of this one into that next game?
Well, I think you put all your focus in just maintaining and continue to get a little bit better at what you've already put on tape. Because this is the first game, we don't know how good Carolina is.
Right, exactly.
The worst thing that can happen is the next game you don't have that same success and you abandon them. You know what I mean? Like, that is the identity that's going to win football games for you. Point blank, period. So you've got to get as good as you can every single day at running the football, like you said, in between the tackles. Because then that defense comes in with a little different mentality, right, Leon? Like, if I'm going in to play a team that's running straight downhill at me, like, I don't know. I'm looking at that game a little bit different than I'm looking at a wide stretch zone from a defensive standpoint where I get to run it down and take tackles. And if I'm a rush in, that plays into me. Like, everything has to be squeezed a little bit, right? And all that contact's a little bit more compact and a little bit faster.
Yeah.
It's just a different brand of football.
Listen, when I was at the Steelers, defenses knew what we were going to do. We didn't care. We absolutely didn't care. We didn't care about 7 in the box, 8 in the box, where we're going to run the ball. That's
right.
Because the temperament of our offense started with our offensive line and how physical we were up front. So, I mean, those teams, you're right. We're not going to spread you out. We're going to go man on man. We figure our men are better than your men. And you can put whoever you want in there. My guys are going to get it done.
And we know where the ball's going.
Yeah.
So
Right.
That part.
we have that advantage too.
Advantage us, right?
Yeah.
Which is just beautiful. And I do believe the play sheet, there are now 4 good options. Brenton Strange had a good start to him being the starter. We don't know how long it'll last. 2 tight ends made big plays for this team yesterday. Hunter Long, a little drag route, he's in the end zone. So those types of things, along with the running backs that we're talking about and what BTJ was able to do and Diami was able to do. There's a lot of options, bro.
Yeah, and the tight ends are the biggest beneficiary of all this. Because now they do get that extra step of separation if you're running the ball well, because whoever's guarding them is a run support player.
Yeah.
It's run first.
Yeah.
So now, all of a sudden, if you're running the ball well, your tight ends should light it up because they're going to create early separation.
I mean, you're talking about 200-plus yards rushing.
Yeah.
A 27-10 win, and the best player in the team had 1 catch.
Yeah.
Brian
26.
Thomas. What happens when Brian Thomas?
Well, that's got to change, too.
Yeah.
It does.
You got to be able to accomplish all that.
It does. But my point is, if you can do all that without your best player really having an impact.
Yeah.
And we were talking about earlier, Denny, Matt and I, that's like maybe they did take him away, but there were a number of targets that just weren't enough good plays for him necessarily.
You can also formation him open, though. He doesn't. You don't have to just accept what the defense is doing to you.
All right, real quick, college. You hit a couple of high notes just before. Byron Brown is a tough son of a gun. Okay,
yeah,
he's the classic do more with less guy. Ain't the tallest cat, ain't the fastest cat. He ran for good yards, decent completion percentage, made plays when he needed to.
Yeah, no, he's efficient, man. He's effective, I should say. We've known Byron for a while. Will, one of my partners, his son goes to USF, and Will works closely with that whole room. Byron's awesome. Byron's an awesome kid, powerful kid. Doesn't look traditional when he throws the ball, right?
No,
looks a little different, right? But it's effective. And when they played Alabama a couple years ago, he almost won that game, single-handedly. Almost won that game, right? He can take over a game. USF, they got a big one this week, but man, I mean, they got to be their odds to make the playoffs got to be pretty high right now.
Well, they picked off a ranked team. Two ranked teams, one on the road, one at home. First, I believe this was the first ranked team they picked off on the road. It's the first time they
in school history?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm almost positive. I have to go back and look at that one, but this is the first time they've beaten Florida since '97 when they got it going, and so they've never done it before, and so that is another huge leg up for Alex Golesh.
I mean, there was a time, guys, where we had if I remember right, it was like a Mississippi State #1, USF #2.
Bro, Mississippi State was #1 in the first college football playoff poll. #1.
And that was the year the USF was. What Arkansas was that? Petrino, Arkansas too.
Yeah, they were.
No, that was no. That
2007 was when
14 was the first college football playoff.
But West Virginia was in there. USF, Rutgers had their week.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Crazy year.
That was like peak college football.
Yeah,
that's awesome stuff. All right, bro, good stuff as always. If you got to tell Billy Napier one thing, do this for DJ, what would it be? Because my gosh, man, he's got to figure out a way to
watch out for that Miami pass rush.
Come on,
you just gotta let that go, man. Just go, sprint him out. Like just let the kid go.
Oh, I thought you meant transfer.
No,
I was like, hell yeah.
No, just see what because I like Billy, and I think Billy takes a lot of heat at times.
It's deserved,
sure, but like his offense now has looked the same with Anthony Richardson and DJ Lagway.
Right.
And you're talking about 2 insane athletes that at the very least should be getting outside and making some stuff happen.
Right.
Like I would love to see just that one little changes. Let's sprint left, let's sprint right. Let's see how this goes. Not bootlegs.
Right.
Not naked bootlegs.
Right. But design plays.
Let's go.
Be on the move.
Yes.
Yeah. And it might include an RPO in it, but This is your play.
Right,
exactly.
right. Yep.
All right. Sounds good, bro. Thanks, man.
All right, guys.
At Denny_Thompson, the quarterback whisperer. It's XL Primetime on a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. It's the way the game was meant to be heard. Raw, real, and right in your ear.
Right side coming, touchdown! Yeah!
Feel the energy on 1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K. October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Why does it feel like July in here?
Don't let a broken AC turn not so hot September into sweaty season all over again. Duck Rooter is Jacksonville's most trusted plumbing, septic, and air conditioning company. Visit duckduckac.com.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I just got back from the farm at Okefenokee. Man, it's incredible. Just an hour north of Jacksonville and Folkestone. I was so impressed. It's about connecting with nature, with food, with community, and now you can own your very own handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm. Everything you need is there. You'll hardly need to go grocery shopping. Learn more about all of it at okefarm.com. That's OKEfarm.com, the farm at Okefenokee.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do. Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you. We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore. With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Football season is back, baby. Hicken here, and I know I'm excited to get back to watching some ball over the weekend. But with the fun comes responsibility. Taking care of your skin while outside, extremely important. We know it feels like 100 out there, and that sun is blazing. Make sure you bring the screen while loading up all that tailgate. It's simple. Protect your skin. It's the Sunshine State. To help you protect your skin, Beaches Dermatology is here. I've been going to them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Book your appointment today at beachesdermatology.com.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I've been telling you about my daughter's journey with Awaken 180 as she tries to lose a little weight. In fact, last week you heard from Amber herself. Well, let me give you an update. She's been in it just a little over 2 months. Amber has lost 51 pounds. That's a real number. I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it happen. She has lost 51 pounds. And here's why. Awaken 180 is not a diet. It's a lifestyle change that is sustainable, and she has figured that out. She loves the journey. She loves the new recipes. She loves that she fits into her old clothes and she sleeps better and has more energy, and it is really, really working. She's proud, and man, am I proud of her. If you want to start your transformation, you can do the same thing. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com. My daughter's lost 50 pounds, and she's so excited about it. You can as well. 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite roofing contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjax.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Fire, that ball is going to be picked off by Jordan Lewis, I believe. What a catch. It was tipped and he caught a one-handed diving interception. And Jordan Lewis gets a takeaway. And what a way to seal this thing.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Good highlight right there, cut courtesy of Jaguars.com. Your play-by-play voice, Frank Franchi, coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. And if you think about it, fellas, Jordan Lewis, Eric Murray, two vets in that secondary that made big plays. Foye with the tip, Eric with the pick.
Dewey almost got one.
Yes, and I think Dewey. I was trying to remember the other play. Yeah, he almost got one. Did he almost get a sack?
No, he had a pick six, but it got called back.
Yeah, that one got called back. I'm trying to think of who was the other one that got the. No, it was Jordan Lewis on the
blitz on the outside.
Yeah,
on the
I
left
was trying to remember who the secondary player was
when he hit his arm.
Yeah. And so Jordan Lewis with the pick there. You had Eric Murray with the pick earlier. You had Jordan Lewis with the sack. You had a lot of guys that haven't been here before wearing this uniform for the first time in a game.
Or Smoot coming back.
Yeah. And guess what? These were Jimmy Gladstone's decisions. Okay, go back to last year with the free agents that started for the first time wearing a Jags uniform and what happened. Okay, there's a big difference. Between what a Murray and a Lewis did versus what a Darby and an Armstead did a season ago, because those were the two veterans on the defensive side.
I mean, we talk about the play calling of Liam and offensively. I mean, defensively, we got after it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
did a nice job.
I mean, corner blitzes. You know, Mike fires. We had stunts. So I mean, now we got to get home on a lot of this stuff, but we always talked about protect and affect the quarterback. And Bryce Young did not feel comfortable back there for the most part.
No.
Did not.
And that's what you got to figure out. Can they do that against Joey Burrow coming up next game up? But those are the things.
I thought Mason Smith looked great.
Fantastic, right? Finally living up to that 48 overall pick.
Street clothes. Hey, my bad.
That 48th overall ain't on this bunch, okay? That's on Trent. Okay, Trent Talkie here.
Yeah, I commend Liam for hey, if this guy's out of shape and he's not ready, I'm not just going to throw him out there because he was a second-round pick. He's not my guy.
Right.
He's obviously unprofessional. I don't want him out there.
Yeah. All right. So you give us the sound that you've got, and this question was asked about the availability and why they decided to keep Mason Smith inactive down yesterday.
It came down to lack of reps and opportunities throughout the training camp. Did feel like we had some guys that have been able to reduce down a little bit with Smoot and Agba and Austin Johnson that have played a lot. I think it's just going to take, I'm not going to say how long. I don't know. We want to get him out there and want to get him going. It's a guy that we have confidence moving forward with, that we want to get into the fold. It was just a matter of, I don't want to say numbers, but with the lack of sample size that we had going into week one, with having to try to create numbers for the active roster, is kind of just how it played out. We fully expect him to continue to grow, continue to go in the right direction, and help us contribute.
It ain't great when he comes off the pup and you think that and he was not on the injury report, but I do appreciate at least what Liam said there.
Yeah, he can't help us, is what Liam is saying. He can't help us.
Right.
And he said the lack of reps in training camp,
Which is stupid because how many reps did Austin Johnson get by the time he got here?
Well, but Austin Johnson had already had reps somewhere else. In other words, he was healthy and he was practicing. That's the only. I'm
in game shape.
Yeah, I'm just going to give him. I'm going to give Austin Johnson and even Colin Saunders and any of these other guys credit because they have been healthy.
Right. How about Colin Saunders? How many reps did he have?
Yeah, I'm just simply saying they were healthy. Like I know.
Well,
he
Mason Smith was healthy
with his
too.
Other team.
Mason Smith. It wasn't that he wasn't healthy. He was fat.
No. Oh my gosh. He wasn't healthy until late in training camp. That's why.
That's why they're saying he's not in shape because he hasn't been able to.
Right, but I'm going by what JJ said. He never was injured. He was just fat.
Stop pulling me into this.
I love
You're
it.
going to get me in trouble with the Jags.
I mean, that's just, some things are left the XLP backlog.
You said it.
exactly.
And you said it during minicamp. You go, bro.
I put him on notice.
Mason Smith is a big dude.
I put him on notice, and I got hammered for it. And I said, I'm just telling you guys, minicamp, he looks a little hefty. I said, the bubble is a little bit bigger than I expected it to be. But I am giving him the benefit of the doubt now because he was coming through it.
This should never ever be a coach's decision, to be quite honest with you. If that kid is not doing everything possible within his own right professionally to get on the field, that it's on him.
Right. And that's what we're going to find out. Honestly, that's truly, same thing I told you guys with Eric Armstead, that I want to see this guy play and perform. Mason Smith has had other weeks as a Jaguar, going back to last year, as a healthy scratch. So those were concerns. And now this one, not on the injury report, but still a scratch because, and Liam explained it well, he hadn't had as much reps. All these other guys have. We need to give ourselves the best chance.
Of course, let's also not forget that he was held out multiple times last year.
That's what I just
because
said.
He was out of shape.
Yeah. I don't know what the total number was, but he was at least twice held out as a healthy scratch.
You know how you get help? You know how you get in shape? And he probably won't do it. You know, you work the scout team for the offense. You get reps. Because because if you're on the sideline not doing anything, you're not getting better. You should at least be on the scout team getting some reps, get yourself conditioned well, running after practice, getting here early, and getting yourself ready. The first game of the season, how can you a healthy scratch?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like we have to find out whether or not.
Listen, we're all speculating.
Right. Whether they just said, you know what, this guy's not 100% healthy. Maybe. Okay. That's what we're going to find out.
Scuba snacks.
It's XL Primetime on a Osama Beer Company.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Garrett Scantling here, and once again, thanks to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. My torn hip labrum issue is resolved thanks to Dr. Doward, and Dr. Acevedo keeps my feet healthy too. Training and competing, that's what it's all about for me. And Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has me in top condition.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now with the big BOGO event. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires September 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, thanks for coming over so quick.
Sure thing, pal. What's the big...
Whoa! See, I told you there was a smell.
Yeah, it smells like...
Exactly, or a dead one more like it.
You need some fresh air in here.
Well, this is the problem, Jason. I've kept everything sealed up tight all summer long so I don't lose all my nice cool air. Now all the dog smells and cooking smells and home gymnasium man cave smells are all building up and I can barely...
Dude, where are the Bueller sunglasses I gave you?
Oh, I don't know. They must be in my other...
Put on my emergency pair.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can install an air purification add-on to your existing air conditioner. Clean the air of dust and pollen and funky smells while you cool.
So I can keep all the cool air I saved up?
And your place won't smell like a dead...
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
It's ET here, and did you know that slow speed accidents can still cause serious injuries? Ignoring minor pain today can mean big problems tomorrow. Don't wait. Call my guys at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center, the auto accident experts.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
It's good. It's good. It's good to be a fan of the Jags again. It's Victory Monday. Things look good. Things look functional. It's operationally sound. You got a 3rd and 4. You think it's going to be one of those little short passes. Let's try and get a rub rocket somebody open. And what does Liam Cohen do? He runs with a 4th-string rookie tailback, running back, whatever you want to call him in the NFL. He gets 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the NFL, they are called running backs. Yes,
that is what I'm talking about as the entire idea of football has changed here. And that, if you are a Jags fan, you have just got to be pumped about that.
I think more than anything else, the physical play is the most noticeable. It was the thing they focused the most on in camp, and we would watch training camp, and we might have taken look, all I said the entire offseason was there is new energy, there's new excitement, there's new ideas, so let's hope it all comes through. And I couldn't wait to see what the product looked like. This product's not going to be the exact same every single Sunday. We may be here a week from today going, what the hell, against Cincinnati. I don't know. But what I saw yesterday should give you huge promise for the season. A lot of excitement and energy in looking forward to a game. I don't know whether they'll be able to continue this climb and do the same thing offensively they did yesterday, which was run for a bunch of yards. But dang, I hope so, because that's going to be the major building block, Leon, and the biggest change from what you had here before, the discovery of a running game, which will help everybody.
Yeah. All right. Well, my takeaway is that one game does not make it a season, but I like what I saw in that game against Carolina Panthers. This team was physical on both sides of the ball. And the key point to this team, in my assessment, is that you want to play games to give yourself an opportunity to win in the fourth quarter. And if we play the way we played at Sunday, we're going to have a lot of opportunities to win in the fourth. And you know what's another amazing thing that happens is that it feels good to play with a freaking lead. When the last time we played with a lead and kept it?
Yeah.
I mean, that was. I mean, there's a lot of energy. When we was up, 20-3? You know, we played with a lot of energy. Guys were getting after it. We were making plays, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of energy you need at home. You you start out fast and you finish fast. So it was good to see that from this team.
Yeah, and I think we should we should stay on the positive. There's going to be plenty of time like Wednesday and Thursday for the reality of Joe Burrow's not missing a throw in the end zone. Joe Burrow's not missing a simple out or an in cut. That's not happening. And you're also dealing with Jamar Chase. So it changes dramatically this week.
Yeah, this was a 5-win club versus a 4-win club from last year. True. And this team just needs to use that as the first step in the right direction. Okay? Now start building a resume instead of wanting to basically tear everything down and start all over.
There's nothing wrong with a feel-good step that makes you feel like at least what you're doing is working.
You can build off of it and you can coach off of it.
But here's what I don't want us to do, though. We're not going to be paying Joe Burrow and Chase no homage. You know,
Especially when they're so crappy to start the year.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
time.
Building them an altar.
The first month, they're one of the worst teams in the NFL.
I don't think you're doing that, but I also think, I'm not saying for them. I'm saying for us as we're watching this, there's a reality to it that these are two drastically different teams we're talking about.
If you let it be, it will be.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's almost like a friend of mine who said, it's not a lie if you
believe it.
Believe it.
That's true.
But the other part of what happened yesterday is that this team went up against a suspect defense, and they were able to score points on them, which is what you're supposed to do. But that defense that Cincinnati played pretty dang good. Okay, Myles Garrett got after Joey Burrow a bunch. This team needs to get after Joey Burrow.
Listen, the Bengals had like 7 yards in the second half or something
it was
absurd
crazy.
like that.
Yeah. And so 41 and 44 need to have a hand in this on Sunday. That's going to be another.
41 needs to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Finish.
Yeah. They got around him. They just didn't get to him, at least not enough. That's for sure.
I'm so tired of hearing about the pressures with him. So tired of that. Oh, great pressures. Great pressures. Look at his PFF grade. Great pressures.
Do you remember you were staying in the Bliss? Do you remember this part? Do you remember the whole part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you there. But I will take a dub. I will take a 1-0 start for this football team to be able to and Liam Cohen, the scene in the locker room, if you're on Jaguars social, it was a good feeling for him, good feeling for the football team. And it's not necessarily validation. Like you said, don't fall in love with yourself after one game.
No.
But make
Still
sure.
got work to do.
Yeah, just make sure that you say, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what it's supposed to feel like. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah, I think
Let's
you
get
can
a taste.
I think you can fall in love with the idea of the process. That okay, this guy's right.
Yeah.
What this guy has been preaching all along for 9 months.
Yeah.
We just saw it work.
Right. And it goes back to the classic Kirby Smart line: hard work works. And if you're willing to put it in, you're going to be able to get some results. And I think that's what they're chasing right now: consistent results. And if they get that, then obviously they can go, like you said. Don't give it to Cincinnati.
Exactly.
Don't. It's a road game. They're not easy in the NFL, but go get you one.
Listen, the Texans and the Bengals looked very pedestrian yesterday.
Yeah.
They did.
Low number of points from two teams that are used to putting points on the board.
That's right.
That's for sure.
Hey, don't worry. Just win this game.
All right, let's say hello to Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Lauren Brooks joins us now. We didn't have a single Victory Monday in the month of September a year ago, and this one starts off in the right way.
Yeah, it's Trevor's first time getting a win with a regime in his first game with them. Like that's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. So you guys
Unlike down in
obviously,
Gainesville.
yeah. Well, you'll ride the wave of the goodness, right? As opposed to the.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people out there right now that are thinking, at least what I thought yesterday, play calling changes everything.
Yeah.
A good play caller is the keys to a successful franchise or a successful program in college football. A bad play caller will set you backwards. You can be a good recruiter, you can be good in the transfer portal, but if you're a bad play caller, it all goes to hell in a handbasket.
Yeah, I think we would marvel at certain guys that you could just watch that play sheet work. And that's what I thought Doug Peterson had for a while. I would call it the Waffle House menu because it looked like it had so much to it. But then in the end, we didn't know who was calling the plays, and none of them were any good.
I think we do know who was calling the plays. I think it was Press Taylor, and I kept thinking yesterday in the press box about how he said, we're going to tear the run game down to the studs and rebuild it, right?
Remember that.
Of course. Yeah. And what if that's what he did and he and Doug Peterson combo, then what did Liam Cohen and Grant Udinski do? Like rip the concrete out from the ground and pour a whole new foundation? Because whatever they did is way better.
Yeah. If you look outside the stadium, that does look like that is happening
all
right
the cranes
now. All right, so what's coming up?
Yeah, we'll certainly talk all things Jags and college football. Tom McManus is off today, and tomorrow he's up in the state of Massachusetts playing a little golf for a charity golf event. So Taylor and I will break it all down. By the way, Matt, early thoughts on Georgia, Tennessee, which Georgia -6.
I would say this. I love what Joey Aguilar's done in Tennessee. Yeah. And now it's a different, you're talking about a next step up now with that Georgia defense, but it'll be fun. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not going to give an early
That's
call
fair.
on that one yet.
Joey
excited.
Smokes up there on Rocky Top. He looks pretty good right now. All right, Lauren, we'll be listening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Helmets and Heels coming up. We are done. Thanks to Mocama Beer Company. Check them out right there in beautiful Fernandina Beach. Their tap room wide open 7 days a week. They got music on the weekends. There's plenty of other things going on as they just unveiled that brand new Hefeweizen. Check it all out at Mocama Beer Company. We done. Big Sirs, Matty Hayes, Joe C, and JJ.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford. A strong fence makes a good fence. A strong defense makes